Well, it is Sunday afternoon, and we got a little bit of soybeans to take off yet because, behind me here, Optimus Prime was broke down for just a little bit. We had some bearings go out, started the combine on fire. Not bad, but enough to use the fire extinguisher. So that put me down for a little bit. So while everybody else was combining soybeans, I was waiting on parts and wrenching on the thing, which is totally fine. It happens. It's a combine. But now we have a little window that opened up. It has been rainy and gloomy and cold. So the windows here are small, and we're going to take advantage of the one we're getting today. So today is going to be all about harvesting some soybeans. I don't know where this is going to take us, you and me, but let's go see how much trouble we can get into. Number one, because it's been so gloomy, so rainy, we need to go check out what field is going to be ready. It is just after lunchtime. I'm not expecting a whole lot. I think the beans we're going to be checking are going to be a little bit gummy. And we really don't want them to be gummy. We want them to be nice and dry and crack. But at any rate, if you're watching this, you're more than likely probably a farmer, come from a farming background. You know all this stuff already. And I hope you just enjoy watching the content. I don't know. Let's go check a field just to the north of the farm here and see. Holy cow, somebody got this beater vehicle really dirty. Look at that. All in all though, an absolutely beautiful day. And it's just a good day. I got new socks and new pants on. So that's kind of a big deal. It's really comfortable too. Pants anyway. I like to make my way out here a little bit and kind of stay away from the first few rows. Get a little bit more of an accurate sample of what this entire field's going to be like, because sometimes those end rows, they get a little more sunlight. It could be a little bit farther along, a little drier or a little wetter. That doesn't really matter. It doesn't look like these soybeans are going to be anything super special, but what I'm going to do here is just grab some about halfway down the plant. Just take the beans out of the pod and just give them like a little bite. Those right there have no snap, no crack, nothing. I mean, and they're small. These are not going to be very good beans. Like, I can almost chew them. It might be a pretty short video today. Let's just see if we can find another one that's somewhat drier. I'm not expecting these things to be close. I'm not even expecting them to be 15%. Grab one here. I mean, we're going to check a couple more fields, but geez. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's, gosh, I'm trying to show you guys. Here's what I'm looking at, just so you guys know. See that? I can squish it with my fingers. That's not good. Okay, so if you're watching this and you have no idea what I'm doing or why I'm doing this, soybeans need to be at a storage moisture, harvest moisture of 13%. Okay, that's the industry standard. To store them, to keep them without molding, rotting, so on and so forth. We don't want to take them off and take them to the mill and have to get docked any more than we can afford. Actually, we don't want to have to get docked at all. Or put them in our bin and have to worry about them molding. We don't have a drying bin set up yet. So we're always out here checking to see what soybeans are the driest. Where can you start? And you give it the old test, the old crack test. You throw it in your mouth, bite down on it, and if it cracks pretty good, that's, fairly dry. If it's like smushes and is chewy like bubble gum, it's not so good. kind of like what we're dealing with right now. But I digress. Let's go check another field. All right, field number 2. It's all of a quarter mile away, not even. So I'm not expecting much difference, but this is a different variety. Let's see what this one has in store for us. They look. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That's drier. Not a lot, but it's drier. That really makes me wonder though. Oh, I don't know. All right, so here's the plan. The soybeans, I just talked to a neighbor. The soybeans are running about 17 to 18% moisture. That's too wet to store them in a bin without drying them. We have that soak up bin right there that has stirrators in and a heater on the fan. It's not operational yet, but it's very close. So we're gonna take a gamble, all right, that all that works, and tomorrow I can finish the wiring on it and hook up the gas. And whatever beans we put in there right now are gonna be okay for about a day in there before we can stir them and run the heat on them, because they're gonna need heat. But that means we need to get all this stuff up to the field, ready to go. It is 3:03 in the afternoon, and we have not a very big window, I don't think. It's supposed to drop down to 39 degrees, and it is what it is, but let's go. Come along with me. We're gonna let quad track warm up. There's nothing more than I hate than firing up a 13-liter motor like that, backing it out and shutting it right down. That is not good for it. I don't care what anyone says, that's not right. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna let those warm up, and in the meantime, we're gonna go grease the combine and blow out the air filter. You guys have to be sick of watching me do this time and time again. Like, I feel like that's like a highlight of my day, is greasing the combine with you guys. But I'm gonna go do the head. I'm not taking you with me. You're welcome. The chances of me backing this out through that little hole, what do you think? Let's see how good I am or not good I am. Got a camera. I think I'm gonna have to crank on it here at some point. That is really, really close. There's this John Deere tractor over here. Let's make sure we're not gonna just slam right into him. Looks good. Who left their water bottle in there? People don't pick up after themselves over here. Gosh, really gonna have to talk to my boss, see what he thinks. Maybe have a little Monday morning meeting, huh? Taxi.
I'm just thinking, how about don't forget to get the taxi in here this time. I got it. I'm on.
Alright, so what I'm doing there is, because this bin is brand new, obviously there's a bunch of stuff in there from construction yet, but I was checking the sumps, making sure they open and close good, and I was setting the sweep, and now I think we're ready to fill it. I'm gonna have to have Dad do a bunch of stuff to it though, but I don't have time to finish setting up the grain spreader on top. He's gonna have to do that. I have to get that combine in the field and rolling. Optimus Prime is fairly thirsty. You know what? You can get a lot done with him. Hook this bad boy up to a 40-foot head and watch her cut. Oh yeah. Alright, that gives me a few minutes to get fields entered in and kind of do all that fun computer stuff. Make sure everything gets connected good. Yes. Okay. Alright, so guys, you know the drill. We're going to get this all hooked up. We're going to get everything going, and I'll get back with you when we are actually cutting some beans and let you know how bad the moisture actually is. Let's take a guess. How bad do you think it is? I'm going to guess they're like between 16 and 17. Okay? And then we'll take a round and we'll actually see what they are. So, see you in a bit. Alright, let's do a quick test here. All functions work. Looks like they do. Get my reel set where it belongs, out in front. Well then, parking brake off. Gonna start up and watch or listen for any weird noises. Sounds good. Alright guys, so I made a round once and we're currently running about 16%. And we're happy with that. We have a stirrator bin. Let's get them in there. Let's get them dried, because after this, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys, but it is going to be a while before we can get back out here and combine. We have nothing but terrible weather ahead of us, so try to get done what we can tonight. It is check-in time, 4:45 p.m. All right, I'll check in with you in a little bit, give you some updates, but I'm going to throw the headphones on and hammer down. It's going through good. Combine's running really good with that feeder house bearing that went out, and I've always noticed a little click, and I really should have checked it over better. It's really my fault, but it's much smoother. So thumbs up, see you in a bit, peace. Well, that's it, guys. We are done for the evening. Let's see what time.